Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and in this video I'm going to share some exciting updates about my new book that's coming very soon called Bible Translations for Everyone. Okay, it's been a few months since I've talked to you about my book. There are several big updates I want to share and questions from you that I want to answer. I've obviously been posting about it, but I haven't talked to you about it. So, first things first, yes, the book is now available for pre-order. I have posted links. There's a website, timwildsmith.com/BT4E, Bible Translations for Everyone. There's some direct links in there to places like Amazon. You can get the paperback, the ebook, the audiobook. Talk about that in a moment. I am going to record it, as well as Barnes & Noble, Christian Book. Honestly, if you Google Bible Translations for Everyone, Tim Wildsmith, you're going to find it. It's Target, Walmart, lots of different places have it for sale. If you have a favorite bookstore that you shop at or you go online, you can go ahead and pre-order it now. And I would like to ask you this, please pre-order my book. I actually have been talking to you in recent videos or past videos about the possibility of a signed pre-order. And I'll just be honest with you, the logistics of that got a little bit overwhelming. I would have to order all the books from the publisher, sign all of them, and ship them out. I'm still planning on offering that, but I need to wait to offer that until after the book comes out, because if I get all of you to buy the books directly from me, that doesn't actually help the release of the book. This is, I'll be honest, this is a not a money decision, but it's an exposure decision. The book needs to pre-sell on websites like Amazon and Christian Book and Target and Barnes & Noble so that those retailers want to order more copies of the book and want to promote the book more. That's how we get the sales figures to go up, so that they're excited about the book, so that they keep. Does that make sense? So in order for the book to really do well upon its release, we need as many of you as possible to go out and pre-order it from retailers so that they will get excited about it. Does that make sense? So I am going to do something special after the book comes out to do either a giveaway or an option for people who really want a signed copy of the book for me to get that to you. Honestly, I don't know that it's going to cost a little bit more for me to do that, so I don't even know if it's worth it to you. You can get a much better, you can probably buy 2 copies of the book on Amazon right now than what it would cost to get 1 signed copy based on all of the extra rigmarole that would go into it. So I know that's disappointing to some of you who really want a signed copy, and again, I'm going to make that happen for those of you who really want it to, but I need you to pre-order the book now beforehand from one of those retailers so we can help the launch of the book be as successful as possible. That's just something that I've learned along the way working with the marketing folks at Zondervan and trying to figure it out. So that's the best option. So literally, go to timwildsmith.com/BT4E if you want to order from Amazon, Christian Book, Barnes & Noble. Those links are there. If you have another place online that you prefer, that's fine, but that would be very helpful if you would do the pre-order that way. Other updates. Yes, I am recording the audiobook. It is on my calendar for later this summer. I'm taking a couple of days off work. I'm going to try to save my voice as much as I can, and I'm going to go in and record it. I think the book is probably only going to be about 4 hours or so, but I have to spend 2 days recording to get all that done. So I'm really excited about that. So if you order the audiobook, if you pre-order it, you will be hearing me read the book to you. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks recently as a way to kind of get ready and think about best practices for doing that. 2, the design of the inside of the book is almost done. I'm so excited about how it looks. So a few weeks ago, I got a sample of the interior design of the book and the layout from Kim, one of the editors. I've told you about Dale, the editor who signed me to my contract and who really helped me get this book into shape. We worked on all that through the end of 23 into 2024. Then Kim took it over and has been helping us get everything locked and loaded and ready to go. She sent me a sample of the design. Really like it. You've got the text of the book, but also, I don't know if I've shared this yet, I've got a new translation spectrum that I developed, my own image. I'm going to be sharing that more on my channel closer to when the book comes out, but we had to get that in almost every chapter, get the look of that right. There are photos. I worked with the Museum of the Bible and a lot of other great places to get really cool photos that I've licensed for my book, so that we can, when I'm talking about the Bibles that happened before the King James Version, you can literally see pictures of them. And when I talk about the RSV, right, in 1952, people freaking out about some things they did about it and burning copies, I've got a photo of a Bible being burned by a Baptist minister in Ohio in the book. It's going to be really awesome. So I got to check that out. I approved everything, and now they have actually, I've seen the entire book. I've read my entire book on my iPad, the digital version of it, so that I could approve everything that's happening. So we're making some final tweaks to the layout of the book. I'm really excited about that. And then, really cool, one of the things you do as you're getting ready for a book to come out is you ask people to endorse it. And so I worked with the team at Zondervan to come up with a list of people who might be potential endorsers of the book. And what we did was we sent them an email. We said, hey, this is Tim Wildsmith. He's got this book about Bible translations coming out. Here's what it is. Would you be willing to read a copy of it? We're going to send you a virtual copy of it and write an endorsement for it. So we came up with a list. There were some people who were like super huge, famous Christian speakers, pastors, content creators, and stuff like that. And I'm excited to tell you, we haven't heard back from everyone yet, but we've heard back from a few of them who have agreed to do it. So there are some really well-known people who are going to be reading my book over the next couple of months and offering an endorsement, which is really exciting. So we can help market the book that way and spread it out. Several of those are people who are in the podcast world who have invited me to be a part of their podcast when the book comes out. So we're going to be kind of branching out a little bit and getting it out there to wider people. A couple people who said yes right away are Mark Ward. Many people know Mark from here on YouTube. He's become a good friend over the last year. Mark, I actually mentioned him in the book because he's done such great work on the KJV. So I sent Mark a copy. Mark is one of the first people to read my book in its entirety. I was nervous about Mark reading it, and because I respect him and I think he's so smart. He actually not only agreed to endorse the book and was very complimentary of it, but he sent me a couple of tweaks that he suggested that I make that I think were really helpful that I missed in the editing process. So Mark's actually got some editing credit on the book, but Mark is going to be endorsing the book. There's another Mark that's going to be endorsing the book. That's Mark Bertrand from Bible Design Blog and Lectio.org. Mark is like the OG Bible reviewer. The reason that premium Bibles are so awesome today is because of J. Mark Bertrand. Again, over the last couple of years, I've gotten to know him. And so I emailed Mark. I think Mark Bertrand was the first person, other than someone who I'm related to or someone who works at Zondervan, to read Bible translations for everyone. I sent him the email and said, I'd like you to endorse the book. I sent him the virtual copy of it. I got a message back from Mark later that evening. He sat down and read it in one sitting. And I'm not going to share with you Mark's endorsement. I actually haven't seen it because he sent it to the folks at Zondervan, but he sent me a very kind message and told me that I think he used the word magnificent. He told me that the book was magnificent and that he's so excited for people to get to read this. So really cool for me that people like Mark Ward and Mark Bertrand have endorsed the book and have read it already, and the feedback is really great. So honestly, y'all, imagine that. I've spent over a year of my life working on this book. I'm so excited about it. And now I'm letting a few people out there read it in hopes that they will endorse it. And so far, the early feedback has been really fantastic and really encouraging to me. So I feel like we did something good, and it's 5 months from today that the book comes out. I'm so excited about that. November 19th, 2024. There's a lot of work, like I said, to be done in terms of finalizing everything, recording the audiobook, getting the marketing plan up and running, getting all those endorsements in and stuff like that. But I'm really excited about this, and it's been so much fun to kind of see it all come together and be a part of it for the first time. So I'm really stoked about this. Again, if you have not already pre-ordered a copy of the book, it would mean the world to me if you did that. If you know some people that you're going to want to give this to as a Christmas gift, go ahead and pre-order a few copies of that. We would like to make release week a really big splash. Zondervan has told me, like, we want to sell this many books in the first year. And honestly, I'm kind of sitting in the back of my mind going, I want to sell that many books in the first month. I want so many people to get access to this book because I want it to help them, but I also just want it to do well. I want it to all the work that I put in it to come to fruition and for it to help people and for the book to be celebrated. And so we are planning some release events. Like I said, some podcasts that I'm going to be on. So I'm going to figure all of that as the next couple months go on. But right now, still in the process, getting very close to kind of locking in the manuscript and the design of everything, getting very close to recording the audiobook, and obviously the books are already available for pre-order. So again, timwildsmith.com/BT4E. That will give you some direct links to, honestly, if you're going to order it from Amazon, it would be great if you would go to that website and click the link, because that's an affiliate link. So Amazon will actually give me a little kickback if you order the Bible through my link, which is really helpful, or order the book through my link, which is really helpful. But I would really appreciate it. And thank you to all of you who've just been so kind and encouraging along the way. I truly cannot wait for all of you to be able to read this book. I think it's going to be really helpful. I think it's going to be insightful. I think it's going to help people. My hope is that it reaches, this is why I want you to pre-order. This is why I want to be on the podcast and get these well-known people to endorse the book. There's a ton of people out there who've never heard of me, who aren't interested in Bible reviews and probably think what I do is nerdy, but I think this book could be really helpful for them. So I want it to reach those people, and I want them to find a Bible that they really love and that makes sense for them, and I really hope that that's going to be something we can do with this book. So if you have any thoughts or questions, drop those in the comments, or just some words of encouragement. I would appreciate that as well. As always, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, so come say hi on social media. And yeah, spread the word, share with your friends and family, all that jazz. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.